In this video, I'll be talking about my experiences in the San Juan Mountains of Colorado, traveling Ophir Pass, what I could of Black Bear Pass, Porphry Basin, and last Alta Road. There is so much to do out here. I tried to cram it as much as I could. We started just north of Alta Lakes, then across Ophir Pass, stopped in Silverton for fuel, back up to Black Bear and Porphry, then up through Ouray and Ridgeway to hit last Alta Road before the sunset. Like I said before, there's so much to do out here, and you will not get it all in one trip. If there was one thing I can go back and change, it was understanding the scale of this area and the delays that other rigs will give you. It always takes twice as long as you think it'll take to do these trails. Now, we flatlanders are not used to this altitude. I wanted to take the group on something relatively mild to start on to make sure that we're good. That was Alta Lakes. Clearly marked to the east of Highway 145, it's just a quick hour to the lake and back. Alta Lakes is now a mining ghost town. Traveling up, you get to explore the buildings with your eyes, not your hands and feet, but it's a great way to officially kick off your adventures.
Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.
Continuing south from Alta Lakes, we get to our first Jeep badge trail, Ophir Pass. You drive in a ways before getting to the actual mountain pass road, including going through the town of Ophir itself. Please mind these signs and the speed bumps. You can imagine the traffic that this area sees, and as you drive through, it's right up next to the houses, so please respect the residents of the town and keep this awesome pass open for those that follow you. Starting up the mountain, it's more like a regular crushed rock forest road. The entire length is two-way traffic, so just keep that in mind. Here we have what I think is a Ford Escape or something coming down, followed by a cool VW Bug off-road rig.
Awesome car, by the way.
As we climb, you come through a forest area, but the road itself is still pretty tame. It's clear this trail is used by two-wheel vehicles, and the draw is the view, camping, hiking, all that. And man, what a view it is. Here, once you come out of the forest and start to drive above the tree line, the road gets a little chunkier, and you'll see up ahead to the right up there, that's where the ledge roads start. Here's a shot of one of the ledge roads itself. If you don't like heights, don't look over the passenger side. Again, remember, this is two-way, so if you see up again to the right, there's a little tiny pull-off. So go low, go slow, be prepared to pull off and let people by when you can. That right there is sometimes all you get. So know the distance and the length and the capabilities of your vehicle and yourself. Here we are continuing the climb, and I had to laugh. Hearing the click-clack of the rocks underneath the tires reminded me of driving on the off-road up in the Iron Range here in Minnesota. Although I had a whole bunch of GoPros firing, I'll tell you, this shot's pretty cool, but man, they do not do it justice. This whole area is just beautiful. Speaking of beautiful, hello snow. It's 70, 80 degrees, but there's snow. There was one tricky little tight switchback here we had to go through, but other than that, this road is pretty darn simple to drive. After the climb, here we are on the final stretch up to the pass. There is still just snow everywhere. Ophir was just opened by bulldozer just a few days before we headed to Colorado. Again, always watching for and managing oncoming traffic, we make it to Ophir Pass. The reviews I read said that it actually feels like you're kind of on the moon, and that's pretty accurate. No trees, chunky rocks everywhere, pulling off to the side for some pictures and just taking it all in before continuing our adventure down the other side. Important safety note here, right-of-way and trail etiquette. Uphill always gets the right-of-way. This isn't just a Colorado thing, it's good common trail etiquette no matter where you go. I ran out a little ahead of our group, so if we met someone, I could pull off and radio back for everyone to find a spot to let the traffic through, rather than having us all clumped together and dealing with that. Coming down the back side of the pass, waterfalls, waterfalls, waterfalls. Oh, I love little waterfalls. Ooh, water feature crossing. Man, there was a lot of snow this year. Black Bear Pass is probably going to be closed for the season. Just past the sign, there's some deep and gnarly snow covering the road. We were able to make it a ways up before the gate. I can't wait to come back another year and run this whole thing. The videos and stories of the view down to Telluride, the switchbacks, and the falls on the other side, definitely bringing me back. We met another traveler at a Jeep coming down. I leaned over and asked him a couple questions about how far we can get up. He's like, you can go up there a little ways, not too far, and there's a little turnaround at the top, so up we went. There was some pretty good crawly pieces here, nothing too crazy, but a definite departure from the forest road that we had earlier in the day. It was pretty fun climbing up, and actually they were pretty steep too, so up we go. Coming up the last little bit of shelf road before we got up to the gate, I knew I had to drive up to the gate to at least say I made it to the gate. It was a very narrow and steep shelf road, and I'm pretty good at backing up. So got out, took a picture or two in front of the road closed sign, and headed back down that hill there you see to the right. Everyone else had come up behind me and found this little parking area here right at the bottom, and got some pretty cool shots. It's absolutely gorgeous. Man, I really wanted to keep going. It is so beautiful up there, but for next time.
Coming down Black Bear, the mountain pass is closed due to ice and snow. It would kill you if you tried to do it. So went up, got a couple cool pictures up at the lock gate, working our way back down. Nice little waterfall. Here we go.
At the trailhead to Black Bear is an access road to Porphry Basin. I read quite a bit about this road and how it's just gorgeous back in there. We decided to take it back down to US Highway 550, but opted not to take it all the way to the back as sundown was coming. And we still needed to make it back to Telluride for the night via Last Dollar Road.
Right now. Yep, bear left.
Right before the switchbacks down to the highway, there was this fun little descent. Loose dirt and rocks with how dry it was out there made for an interestingly quick descent. Woohoo! That was pretty fun. I was laughing out loud. Here we got a couple shots of people come down. There's Laurie, and then there's Jeff and his kids, and you can hear the kids screaming. That's not the Jeep. Well, coming back down this cool opening, ledge road, and then working our way back down the switchbacks, and then heading up to head over to Last Dollar Road. Last Dollar Road was a nice cut off the highway, and then getting some awesome views on our way back to Telluride for that evening. Again, it's really, really dry out there. You can see the crazy ruts in some places on the road, especially on the southern side, that would make this road pretty tough for a regular passenger vehicle in the heavy rains. Other than that, the whole road is forest road, kind of crushed rock style of driving, but some absolutely jaw-dropping views, coupled with the setting sun, perfect timing, absolutely beautiful drive. Here are some campers up here on the left. Now, I read a lot about the San Juan area to prep for this trip. Here on Last Dollar Road, this little hill and vantage point is definitely one to stop at. A little shot up, but definitely stop at the top. It's a good tumble down the other side. Here I marked on the map where that little outcropping is. About 2/3 in if you're coming down from the north, but if you enter from the airport right there, it's about 1/3 of the way in. Alright, that's about it for this video here. There'll be a whole bunch more coming. We had a whole incredible time on this trip, and there's plenty more to come. So tune back in, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave any comments, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thank you for watching.